Good morning, friends. Welcome to the point. As you would all know, that it is the aim of every country's government to maximize its tax collection or to widen its tax base. On the contrary, every company located in most of the countries tries that it has to pay less taxes or tax at the reduced rate to the government. So there's always a dilemma or a problem that goes on between the government and the company, where the government is trying to maximize the tax collection, and at the same time the companies do not want to pay tax, or if at all pay tax, wants to pay at low tax rate. So the problem that we are going to discuss today is usually with the companies that has presence across the globe. So let's suppose if there is a company operating in 20 different countries at the same time. For example, if you can take Apple or Google, it has its offices in United States, from Hong Kong to Singapore to India to Canada. So these countries, so these companies are termed as multinational companies because of the presence into multiple nations at the same time. So one practice that these companies follow, or most of them, I would not like to name one company for this, it is usually practiced by most of the companies across the globe. So that is base erosion and profit shifting. So we'll start as to what base erosion and profit shifting is. So if you would remember that when we were in standard third or standard second, we used to study a concept called soil erosion. So what happens in soil erosion is that the top layer of the soil is being eroded by the force of water or the river flowing or the rainfall. So the top layer, which is the most fertile one, gets eroded, due to which the plants are not able to germinate properly. So same is in the case of base erosion. What MNCs, that is the multinational company, does is that they erode the tax base. That is they follow such practices which lead them to pay less tax in the country which has higher corporate tax, and they shift all the profit to that country which charges less tax rate. For an example, there is a company by the name of ABC Limited. Now it has offices in 4 countries. Let's suppose Malaysia, India, Mauritius and United States. Okay. Now the tax rate prevailing in these countries, for an example, is 5%, 25%, 10% and 30%. Okay, so if you see, Maldives is offering the least rate of tax that is the corporate tax. Now what this ABC Limited, which has operation in these 4 countries, would do is it would plan its operations in such a way that it would show that all the profit that is rising or accruing is in Maldives, and these are the cost centers, or not much of the profit is accruing in these 3 countries, because here the tax rate is higher and the lease that is offered is by Maldives. So what ABC Limited is doing by shifting all its profit to Maldives is it is eroding the tax base. So the way soil erosion used to happen, that is the top layer was eroded, same way the company erodes the tax base of the country. Now such practices causes huge losses to the exchequer, because the company is using the resources of these countries as well, but when it comes to profit and paying taxes on it, it shifts all its profit to the country which has a very low rate of tax, or it could also shift their profits to tax havens. Now tax havens is such country or jurisdiction which offers which charges either 0 tax rate or tax rate at a very nominal rate. So this is what base erosion is and profit shifting is. We'll quickly go through the slide as well. Base erosion and profit shifting is a strategy used by multinational companies to avoid paying taxes by taking the advantage of loopholes in the tax structure of the respective countries. In this, the multinational companies exploits the gap and mismatches in tax rule to artificially shift profits to low or no tax location. So as I told, what ABC Limited would do, it would shift all the profits arising in US, Mauritius, India to Maldives, where the tax rate is the lowest. Next slide. How does this happen? Tax is levied as a percentage on income or profit and is a major source of revenue for the government. As I told, it is the aim of every government to collect maximum tax from the citizens or the companies operating in their country, because with the help of this taxation only, it is able to do the expenditure on infrastructure development, that is building road, bridges, dams, able to run its welfare schemes for the citizens, or provide any other services back to the citizens. So the tax is the major source of revenue for the government. Once this income profit shifts to another country with low rate of tax or tax havens, the tax base is eroded. As I told, the way the soil is eroded, now these companies, what they do is they erode the tax base. So that is why it is called base erosion, and no tax gets paid by the company to the country that generates the revenue. As a result of this, the government finds itself in a fix as their revenue from taxes gets reduced, and this is a very growing concern with respect to the serious losses of tax revenue due to base erosion and profit shifting. It is also called BEPS, that is base erosion and profit shifting. So I hope it is clear as to how this base erosion and profit shifting works. The company take advantage of the loopholes in the tax structure of the country and tries to take the profit away from the jurisdiction of the country. So friends, this is all for today's video. It was a very short topic as to how the multinational companies erodes the tax base from the country, and this is happening how? By shifting its profit to a low tax jurisdiction. So friends, just revise it once again after the video is over. Thank you so much